What is going on YouTube? I am having a great night right now. It is probably like 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, and let me just tell you, I am having a great time tonight because I pretty much fell into lobbies where I pretty much rape shit, and as you can see, I'm not using the M27 because I just thought I'd give something different a try, and might I add just that it was a pretty good night. So far, it's only been like 18 minutes, and I've posted up. I'm going to post this up because it was just I just found it really funny because it was two games in a row, and it's pretty much the shit that you have to deal with when you're doing when you just overall just do well in a lobby. You have douchebags like this that just leave and shit, but you can't really mind them. I mean, as a team, they couldn't defeat it and they couldn't stop it, so I mean, it happens. What are you gonna do? Well, here you're gonna see two gameplays: AK-12 Assault, I.M.S, of course, Hilo, and Loki. I pretty much don't really switch that up because it's pretty much really effective. Um, when I get to a Loki after I use my Hilo, I pretty much go for the K.E.M. If I don't get the K.E.M, I have a Loki to use, and usually I am able to get two Hilos. And when I do get the Hilo, I pretty much get the K.E.M and pretty much rape shit with all that. Although I do overlap my Lokis, but unfortunately, it's a loss is a loss. Whatever, it doesn't even matter because I mean, after you chem it, it's pretty much over with the team members still being there. So, well, I pretty much want to just talk about some stupid shit like that. About how a lot of people just decide to up and go when the fun is just getting started, and there it is. Oh well, actually, I'm way, I'm way ahead of time. I'm watching the video as I'm talking, and I'm like 7 minutes ahead of time, so I just kind of reacted to that. But anyways, um, we're actually still in the first video, but anyways, this is pretty much the stuff that goes through the night. I should have had two cams that round. Well, back to back again, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to pull it off, but at least I still get you guys some good footage. It's not the best, but I mean, I get to use my Hilo, my Loki, so I mean, it's good enough. But promises are being made, so I'm keeping them this time. I'm gonna work harder at keeping my viewers happy with their subscription. So if you haven't done so already, and if you're viewing this, please subscribe, please like, help me out, and I'll keep posting what I need to post to make you guys happy. And yeah, I mean, overall, the setup for my classes are either the same or they are slightly different. I usually never run support. Unfortunately, I'm not really a support fan. Um, I don't know. I just don't really like the whole. I don't even like using grenades or what the hell are they called? The concussion grenades or nothing like that. I really don't use anything like that. I think pretty much bare bones with that stuff is the way to go because I mean I find it more useful to use them for my perks. Because usually what I run on my perk set, because I didn't tell you guys last time, and um, I apologize for the people that did view my last video because my microphone was pretty much shit throughout the whole entire gameplay. So sorry about that commentary. I know it was like 4 months since I posted the last video, and you come back here, my loud ass shout into the mic. But I'm trying to do my best of pretty much how would you say using all this gear that I have right now. So, but anywho's these perk setup is pretty much the same throughout all my classes. There might be the difference between my AK-12, but this one it is the same. It is hardline. It's either the hardline, marathon. Fuck. Hold on. Let me see this shit, man. See, this is the problem when I don't really memorize things and I just talk out of hand. And it's pretty much what happens. I just start blurting out things and I have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. But here, let me see if I can get some Ooh, that's a fail. Okay, my fault about that, guys. It's Marathon Hardline, Scavenger, Ping, and Focus. Oh no, I'm sorry. You see, I'm all types of fucked up right now. It's Sight of Hand, Marathon, uh, Focus, Scavenger, Hardline, and I believe that is. I can't even. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I can't even see that perk. Um, but usually it's the same thing. So I mean, it's usually a difference between focus and ping. If I don't have that, I usually take both of them off and actually run with Deadeye. Deadeye is kind of useful if you're running suppressor with an AK-12. I highly suggest it, as long as your other perks are pretty much useful to the other perks that you already have. But I'm pretty much gonna ramble around for like 15 minutes, telling you pretty much my setup on usually all my classes. It's pretty much throughout the same thing, except like I take five. I believe it's five for the perks between Deadeye and the things. That's why I usually never carry grenades or nothing stupid like that, because I usually use attachments on my gun. Plus, I love using the extra perks. It's like, I guess the thing that uses two spaces. I use that the most. If I can whatchamacallit, I can use either focus or even damn, what's that one thing where quick draw, that's what it is. Jesus Christ, I'm completely brain dead right now. But anyways, um, it's a lot of mixture between those pretty much three perks. Well, four perks. Um, that I really stopped using it because I mean it really wasn't as effective as using focus. Focus, I believe, is one of the best perks. Shout out to Mr. Crisis. This motherfucker pretty much showed me the ways around the fucking perk set and all this above. And even when I was getting my chem strikes in the beginning when I got like my first ones or my second ones, I was using specialist. And between the ones that I've gotten were pretty much because of him, because he pretty much put me on specialist. And I was a big fan of it at first, but just I had no joy of it because I would just get one fucking kill streak, and that was the K.E.M, and it was just no fun for me. And usually when I died, I had pretty much no extra fun, because it's pretty much like, oh damn, I died on a 19, and now what did you work for? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lose-lose situation, because you get 19 kills. Yeah, it's cool and all, but I mean, you have nothing to show for it. I mean, no kill streak, nothing. So it's like, it's not really fun at all. So that's usually why I always run the whatchamacallit, what the hell is that shit called? The assault classes. Well, assault assault kill streaks. Just a huge fan of the low key and all the above. So I don't know. It worked out for me a lot throughout these couple of weeks, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna keep on going. But it's about that time around this first video, and you guys are going to finish up, and you're going to see pretty much the whole team leave the match, and then you're going to see a whole bunch of other people rejoin. This next video is actually kind of interesting because it's a whole team, and prior to that game, I think it was that game where I played that with that same team, but I played against them, and I pretty much did what I did to them on the opposite team. So I mean, it was hilarious, because you're gonna see you're gonna see a few messages go back and forth between me and this guy on the other team. I guess it's the leader, and I pretty much tell him straight, like he asked for a clan invite, and he asked me if I was interested in joining his clan, and I pretty much said no, because he rage quit throughout the game, and well, not throughout the game, but in the middle of the game. And not only that, I found it really funny because he kicked me out of a party prior to that because I had no mic, and I pretty much destroyed him and his squad. But I don't know. I found it really hilarious that happened. But anywho, this is pretty much the gameplay, guys. It's pretty much 19 kills each. Unfortunately, I died, I think, in the beginning of the game. So, um, unfortunately, that happened to me, and so I mean, that was still a potential chem strike because I mean, I was doing god awful one match, and I died like 10 times in a row, and then I died like an extra 5 times, and I got so pissed off. And I think King Tunchi was in that match, and I was just telling him, like, just pretty much raging, saying I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave, and then I just got really quiet, and boom, chem strike on strike zone. And no, it wasn't for the care package, nothing. It was pretty much me running the assault M27 class that I usually have, and pretty much put it to work because strike zone is pretty much one of the easiest maps to get a chem strike in, and it's also one of the hardest, depending on who you're playing against and who you have on your squad. If you have pretty much randoms, well, I mean, unfortunately, if you're running that with if that's just your squad, just randoms, you pretty much you either get lucky or you get pretty much unlucky, depending on who they are and who you're playing with. Because usually, if you get somebody good, you do good overall, because you don't have to play too much objective wise, but so you can break away from that crowd and pretty much separate yourself from the team and the enemy team to get in your spot and your position, and you get your vibe going, and you pretty much make it happen. So, but yeah, it's getting chem strikes on this one is not that hard. It's really not. What I suggest using, I think, well, not even using, is pretty much doing. It's pretty much doing not repetitively the same thing, but I mean, like, you could do the same thing at every flag on domination. The way you break it down is you the closer you are from 2 flags, and you stay in between and you watch your back. That's pretty much all you have to do. And you move around a lot between those 2 flags. If you do go to the 3rd flag, you're most likely gonna die. Unfortunately, that's happened to me plenty of times, and even people out there that are watching this, they're probably agreeing with me. Unless they play differently, like, I'm not too sure, but to me, that's probably the most important thing. If you're going for the chem and you move around to all 3 flags, you're most likely gonna die. Am I right or wrong? The more movement, the more probability that you're gonna die, irregardless. And that's pretty much everything. Whether you're going for the low key or you're going for the heal low or you're going for anything, that's pretty much what's gonna happen. And on domination, you have the possibility where you can actually put them in 1 flag and then they'll spawn completely behind you. But I mean, it's all in the way. Like I said, it's all in the way you have your team set up, and or if you have a team set up, so with you. So yeah, excuse me. But yeah, it's a whole bunch of variables that you need to put into to play, and if everything falls down great, you can get it, or you can be that asshole on the team that just goes for the chem strike, sitting in a fucking corner all the damn game, and just completely like like not do anything but go for it, which I find kind of douchebaggery. But that's why I try to stay between 2 flags and secure both, or if I don't secure, I know my team's coming up to secure the flag. So what I do is pretty much camp for them and kill them to be the watchdog, because we already know the guard dog in this fucking game sucks really bad. So fuck it. Well, even then, I pretty much, I'm not gonna lie, I took notes from Mr. Draft in Crisis. He pretty much told me, and he's pretty much showed me, out of me being mad, like I'm the only one on the flag, and he's standing away from the flag as he's shooting people. I'm like, dude, get on the fucking flag, blah blah blah. He's like, nigga, like, watch, I'm gonna get on the fucking flag, I'm gonna die. And unfortunately, I think it was that same game, and then he got on the flag on like a 20 or something like that and died. And he was just like, you see, now I'm never getting back on the flag. It was fucking hilarious, but unfortunately, it didn't work out for him, and it kind of shut me up because it was true. Although I was trying to help him to get it, but I guess unfortunately it didn't really work out. But I mean, it's all a mixture of what happens, people. You break it down, you move it slowly, or you can move it quick, depending on how you are with reaction wise or timing wise, or if your connection is actually pretty good. You don't have to sit back and pretty much depend on anybody to help you, or even the douchebags that run support that help the one player on the other team, well, on your team to fucking get that shit. I think that's kind of gay, and I mean, I really wouldn't do that. MW3, different story, because I mean we had a whole squad just full of people that just consistently ran support without us saying go run support. But I mean, if you're telling people like, hey, run support for me so I can get my chem strike and blah blah blah, I mean I really wouldn't count it as you doing it, because you pretty much have your whole team holding you down as they do pretty much all the hard labor. Am I right or wrong? They're pretty much doing the objective, and they have to pretty much protect you as you go and do what you're gonna do. But like I said, you have to break it down and push it to the limit every single time you try to go for your chem strike. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't get a chem strike right now. I think I did get a chem strike, but I failed to record it because I just failed like that. But either way, it was a good day, I believe. I liked it. I mean, although these two teams did quit, so unfortunately it had to end like that. But it's just getting ready to be that time, guys. And I know this is kind of long, but oh well. You guys love it. Peace out.